All right, hey everybody, Shane Mack here from Gist, and we have Marcus Krasastik, probably the sweetest last name I've ever heard here today. He's a project manager at Vayner Media, and they're doing everything from author book launches to all of Gary Vaynerchuk's stuff to other clients around branding, and you guys probably have a lot of stuff going on. I can imagine with Gary running around there that it's you know crazy at all times by the looks of watching that man. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to connect with you as a project manager, and a lot of small business people could probably benefit from how do you what do you use day to day? How do you get things done? What are the main tools you use? Like what's five of them? And so I've asked Marcus to kind of go over like the main tools and processes they use with their team on keeping everybody in sync. So Marcus, hey, thanks for coming today, and if you can just
yeah. Thanks for asking me.
take it on with what tools you use, and then we'll just listen.
Definitely. Yeah. So I mean, I probably the biggest one we've been using, kind of the one that kind of brings everything together for us is Basecamp. We really just use it. Just we've got project managers all over the place. We've got execution department, so we've got designers and developers working on stuff, and it's kind of difficult to make sure that everyone understands what everyone else is doing. So we like to use Basecamp just because it's fairly simple, but it's flexible enough that we can kind of hack our way to whatever we necessarily need to use it for. So whether it's setting deadlines or just giving people like status updates, whether it's just having like an end of the week update on like what's happening with one client, so everyone can kind of just hop in there and just quickly browse through like all of our clients, what happened the last week, what we're working on. Basecamp is nice. Plus, another bonus is that you can share a Basecamp project with a client. So if the client wants, they can kind of hop in with you, and they can see everything you're working on. Everyone can kind of like understand where everyone is. So we found that to actually be pretty helpful too.
And so,
Um,
how many people are on your team?
what do you mean team? Just in terms of like
How many
everyone in
people
Vancouver?
use the Basecamp tool? I mean, is it for your own use, the little small teams, or is your whole company kind of?
So the whole company uses it. So I mean, that's about 20 people I think we had now. So everyone's using it. Some people use it more than others. So the execution team isn't on it as much. They've got some other programs they use, but all the project managers are always on it. So it's pretty much like everyone's got kind of their own proprietary management systems as well. Just what you're more comfortable with. But Basecamp is kind of the Vayner Media certified be all end all. Like if something's happening, it needs to be on on Basecamp. So
Cool. So that's the kind of project management, all and client to-do list. Clients can check it out too.
yeah, yeah. So clients can check it out. Sometimes they don't want to. Sometimes they're just like yeah, you just like handle it yourself and just send us updates. Sometimes they like to get an email better than always having to be proactive and check. But we've had a few clients who really enjoyed it. They just can always check in and see where we're at. They can add stuff on their own and let us know like where they're at, and it kind of cuts down. I mean, everyone hates those like email chains that blow up to like 700 messages when everyone's trying to figure out like what's going on. So Basecamp kind of removes that and makes sure that like if someone doesn't get CC'd on an email, they never know about something. But if it's on Basecamp, anyone can see it as long as they're part of it. So.
What about internally? How do you guys share files? How do you guys keep everything in sync?
Yeah, so Dropbox is our big internal way to share files. Obviously it's not the only thing we use. I mean, we can toss stuff on Basecamp, email, stuff like that. But for anything really like big that needs to be shared, or for anything that we want to like kind of save for later, if we come up with a logo or a website design that we want to make sure we have on file that someone can grab at any point, PowerPoint decks, do stuff like that. That's all up on Dropbox, so everyone can just kind of check it out. We've got a whole like folder system planned out, and so hopefully it doesn't take forever to find it.
Yeah, Dropbox is awesome. We use it here a lot too. So give me your top or your coolest or the most innovative program that you know about. Maybe not used or just that you've heard about or something coming out, or what's something that people probably wouldn't know about or you think people should know about that's pretty cool thing.
So I don't know if this is a crazy innovative, but it's something we've been using a lot lately, and we're really trying to blow it out and use it for way more stuff because we love it so much. But Kindling, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's kind of a platform for ideas. Essentially, you just set up different rooms, different categories. So, for example, we'll have like a room for each one of our clients. We'll have a room for internal Vayner Media stuff. Everyone's given a certain amount of votes, and you can kind of submit an idea, So say for example, I'll submit an idea, say like, oh, we should, I don't know, maybe do an advertising campaign for this client, right? Then people can kind of put in comments with different suggestions. You can vote up and down on everything, and so basically everyone can kind of get their ideas heard without us kind of having to bring everyone together all the time and kind of talk things out in person. We can kind of get that conversation started on the platform to begin with, and we're actually kind of porting over a couple different processes we were running through email or even through proprietary platforms that we developed. So we have the links we put up for the Vayner Media top 5 links of the week on our blog. That used to be something we did through like a real quick platform we made up, but now we're putting that on Kindling. We send out a newsletter every week to our clients, just detailing emerging technologies. We're putting that on Kindling now. So it's something we really like a lot, just because it's simple, but we think it's really powerful.
And what is that again? How do you say it?
Kindling, so like the stuff you start fires with.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome. And so it's kind of like a virtual whiteboard.
A virtual what?
Like a virtual whiteboard, and everyone has
Yeah.
votes and.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. Just it's good just because like ideas really are kind of like the backbone of what I guess every agency really needs to build on, right? But sometimes you can get lost and miss the forest for the trees. You can lose sight of all these bigger ideas because you're always just trying to get stuff done and trying to stay on task. So Kindle kind of brings that back into focus and makes it a lot easier.
That's cool. I like that because we try to throw all our ideas on a wiki, but then it ends up with just tons and tons and tons of ideas, but no one really.
Yeah.
I guess the voting thing would make it cool because then you could instantly know if your idea has any traction or everyone else kind of agrees with it or if that's
Yeah,
interesting.
absolutely. And and you get the whole like when someone posts a new idea, you get an email. And obviously, you can toggle that too, but it's definitely been definitely been good for getting everyone involved and helping out.
Awesome. You got any more one-liners like that? That was a great one.
Let me see. Let's see if we got anything else. I mean, in terms of stuff the whole company uses, not too much in terms of big ways. I mean,
What's your favorite personal app? Personal productivity app or personal thing that you use?
my favorite personal app is Toodle-Do. That's kind of what I use to do get all my task management stuff in order. I know other people at the company swear by Action Method. They love that. I haven't really tried it out too much, but it seems fairly similar. Yeah, definitely shout out to Toodle-Do. It's one of the few freemium apps I've actually upgraded to pay for, just because it's simple enough that it gets the basic stuff done, but there's enough customization like available on it that you can really make it work exactly how you need it to. So it's saved me a lot of time, a lot of headaches.
Awesome, man. Hey, thanks. Those are some good stuff, and thanks for taking the time out of your day. And this is Marcus with Vayner Media. If you guys ever need some agency work or some big time work, I think they do awesome stuff over there. So thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem, man.